What we do here is go back.
How's it going, everyone, and welcome to episode 48 of the Lost Media podcast. Yes, it is Lost Media. Where are they now? Once again, and we are looking at Yuri the Spaceman. I covered this back in 2017. I think it was actually May 2017, which is unreal. 6 years ago. Holy crap. I watched my video about it last night because I wanted to do a little refresh. Hadn't seen it since I made it in 2017, so that was just like an interesting watch. Some parts made me cringe very, very hard, and other parts are actually not bad. So I guess that's kind of the running theme with all my old videos. This is a story about a television show that only had a handful of episodes. Apparently it was 2 out of the 26 episodes originally that surfaced online for many years, up until the year 2014. When a user uploaded all the videos to myspleen.com, an internet torrent tracker website, and they uploaded 18 episodes, I'm pretty sure, and then the next two were uploaded in the following years. I'm pretty sure it was 18 that was uploaded, and then they were re-uploaded to Dailymotion, and this was I guess it was a very interesting topic for me, and that's why I wanted to cover it, because I thought this is a show that had only 2 episodes found, and then it has another 18, but there's still missing ones. And in my original Lost Media special, it was called back in the day, I said that the remaining 8 episodes probably will never be found. They won't ever be found. People who are fans of this show, they should probably just be happy with these episodes. The remaining episodes, they're just not going to be found. It won't happen. I think I was like, they might be found. They could be found. They won't be found. They were found. On the 1st of January 2023, on New Year's Day this year, the remaining episodes, there were 6 left to be discovered, and they were all uploaded. Some are in pretty good quality, and some are in VHS quality with the lines across the screen. But the entire show has resurfaced, much to my shock and amazement. And that's why I decided to do a Lost Media Where Are They Now on this, because I thought this is really fascinating. One of the things that fascinated me most about this is that one of the only 2 episodes supposedly that was found originally before the 2014 ones were uploaded was an Australian airing of this show. Bizarre. An Australian airing of one of the episodes was one of the only episodes you could find online. And another aspect of this show, I should say what the plot is of this show. It's about an astronaut that gets stranded on the moon, and he's kind of just this bumbling, goofy dude who gets in all these adventures and all this stuff. And it was created by the Sparks Animation Company, but it was actually a subsidiary of that company that made it, which went under. And I think that's part of the reason why episodes never got re-aired and why they were really, really tough to find, because it just became this underground, obscure thing. I didn't watch this as a kid. I didn't have that Adult Swim cartoon block that aired. I didn't see it because I was too young, but there was that Adult Swim and different random cartoons block that aired at night on SBS, I think it was, which is a television station in Australia. Probably the best television station we've ever had is SBS. I think I'm trying to recall what was so fascinating about this. And I think it's the fact that it's just this weird, the style, I think, the stylistic, tone of Yuri the Spaceman associated to the show being Lost was really fascinating to me. This was never really a popular piece of Lost Media, ever. No one ever really properly cared about this. When I made my video, it only got 1.8k views, I'm pretty sure. And I think my video is the most viewed video about this as a standalone topic, which is crazy to look back on. I typed up Yuri the Spaceman in Google, and of all the reviews on this show, mine has the most views, that's when you know something is very little known, guys. When my shitty video I made when I was 17 years old, is getting there. above all the others, which is so strange. Yeah, I'm shocked that this was found. I was 100% sure that was just going to be it. 9 years later, the rest of the episodes are found. It's funny. You look at something like this and you think, it seems like such a high production show in a lot of ways. How does this not just get posted all at once? A few years after those 19 episodes were posted. Well, there's English versions and there's French versions, and I think there were versions of in French that were uploaded, and they were English dub. That they were English ones that had never been seen. The episodes that had never been seen, but there were French versions, which doesn't really make a difference because this doesn't have, I don't think, any dialogue in it. This show, or it has very few dialogue. So the English versions being posted is really pointless. But it was probably the aspect of it going from 2 episodes. I'm almost sure it was 2 to begin with. It wasn't a handful. It was just 2. To then 19. To then hearing recently in Blame It on George's Lost Media update video that this was finally found. I thought, wouldn't this be crazy to look back on this 6 years after my previous video to just be like, guys, finally, it has been found. The whole show is there. I did try watching this show and it was too weird. It's actually, I don't know what its targeted demographic is because it's not so much like, it is a kid's show, but if you're watching this drunk, you'd really enjoy it. If you're an adult, you would really enjoy it. Even just watching this regularly as an adult, you'd kind of just be like, this is cool. It feels like some weird kids morph adult show. That's what's so strange about it. And the fact that it's just weird that when I see a show that airs in Australia and the Australian airing of a show is one of the only things you can find of something that wasn't even originated in Australia. I think it was animated in France. And there were re-airings that went on in France, but for a little while, I think. And they got around it there for a while. They got around it there. And then obviously aired briefly in the US, but an Australian version of a show, whenever that's the only existing copy, that's when I'm just like, what? How? We're so tiny. I don't know. It just fascinates me. It's one of those strange cases where it could be the tiniest detail possible, and it still fascinates me enough. And as you can see, like, there's not much information about this other than the plot that I've mentioned, Yuri the Spaceman being a disbumbling dude, and how episodes have been gradually found. To make a standalone podcast about this is quite bizarre, actually. I realize now, why did I do this? No, I did this because it's interesting, the original video, and just how to the point I was about this never being found, the remaining 8 episodes back then never being found. I was just like 100% sure in my video that this was never going to be found. And I should also point out, guys, that this was recorded around this time. I think it was this exact day almost 6 years ago, my video on Yuri the Spaceman, on a Friday night after the school term finished for me. My school term finally had finished, or I think it was a long weekend. No, I think it was the school term, and I just got to sit back and do the Yuri the Spaceman review. It might have been an April release because now that I realize guys, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm saying. It was definitely the end of the school term, and it was a Friday night, and today is a Friday, and it's nearly night, and it's exactly 6 years later, and I'm talking about the same thing. So stupid. That's all I really have to say about Yuri the Spaceman, guys. It fascinates me because I spoke about this once before. I reckon my original video at this point is better than this one. It has a lot more editing. It's an audio only version of Lost Media. It's in the description right there if you want to watch it. I'm very different in it. I think I'm very cringeworthy, but yeah, it's all right. It's okay, I guess. It's just an average Lost Media video. Yeah. I don't know what I was doing back in the day, but I don't know what I'm doing now. I'm going to do a lot more lost media videos on topics that people want to see really badly. That's what I'm trying to focus on. And the topics that I'm doing, which are underground, are featured in the description of secret videos. There's one in the description of this. If you go way down, there's a secret topic that I'm covering. You got to be into lost media in general, though, to watch that. That is a topic that is not well known, and it's just my choice. I was going to make it an official episode of the podcast, and then I realized that I now only want episodes to be stuff that people know about that can potentially hit that algorithm. I'm 23. I'm trying to run a successful channel at this point. I don't want to do topics that are little known. Yeah, this is probably the last ever time I look at a topic that is little known, actually. I think in the coming weeks, they're all going to be very well-known topics, and that's what I'm going to try and focus in on. Because, yeah, as I've said, I just really want to grow this channel. I really want to get it there. I want to get it off the ground. And I guarantee you guys, the next video being posted to this channel, the next podcast is okay. But the audio commentary, you're going to like it. It's about very interesting topic. And it is hopefully the start of good things to come with my audio commentary videos as well as the podcast. And I'm going to make sure... This is just going over time, but I'm going to make sure that the podcasts are distinguishable from the audio commentaries. I'm going to make a playlist on the channel that separates the two. Just because if you go on the channel itself, there's no titles of which podcast it is next to the title of each video. One day on this channel, once I don't need potential growth from these videos anymore and it's not necessary, I'll literally go back to all the old podcasts and I'll put the Lost Media Podcast in initials, hashtag, which episode it was in the title of every single video so you guys know. And it's not just me saying it at the start and the end of every episode, but this was episode 48 of the Lost Media Podcast. Hopefully I covered this in the most bland and boring way possible. That's not what I was trying to do, but I really appreciate you guys stopping by. It is a podcast, so it is meant to be my thoughts about something, but I guarantee you guys when it's a topic that is more well known, that people want the full repertoire of information for, the full iceberg, I will have my knowledge down pat. And as I said in the previous episode, if I can ever end this, I'm doing 6 episodes a week. I'm doing 2 and then a day off for research, and then 2 and then a day off for research, and then 2. And that's my week. It's Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But for you guys, it's probably Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursday. I don't know what I'm saying. It's probably this. I probably use Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I know a lot of my viewers are from the US though, so it takes a while. They usually see it when they wake up. So, guys, I appreciate the support so much, though. I really appreciate it. It's awesome. If you have pieces of lost media that you think are very, popular and you want to see someone cover it, or if it's something that's recently become lost, hit that shit in the comments. Type them in the comments and I will definitely reference you as the person who suggested it, and I won't spit out your name, hopefully, in the episode of the podcast where your topic is featured. But try and make sure it's a topic that it's catching on in the community, in the Lost Media community. Like, people want to see videos on it. That would be awesome. But until next time, that is it. Be sure to check out my video in the description, my secret video I'm about to film. Goodbye. The end. Kill me.